Yeah, man, on east side, be a chopstick. You wanna know about this?
What's going on? Is your boy Mar back again with another video, you feel me? Today's topic, I'm gonna be doing a quick story time, right? Now, she had a boyfriend. I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, I will explain further in the video, you feel me? So this was like when we was like deep in quarantine, when we first started quarantining, right? This was like early on in the year, like March, yeah, around that time. Nah, not even March. It was like, well, yeah, February, nearing to March. So I'm talking to this girl, and she's like, she flirting with me. Things escalated. Like, we started talking sexual, like, through text and all that stuff. So she saw that I was a guy that had a lot of options. You feel me? So she tried pulling a stunt on me, talking about, oh, you gotta drop all those girls you're talking to, this, that, and the third. I did not do a damn thing. You feel me? Like, I'm like, that's your golden rule. Never put all your eggs in one basket. You feel me? Like, that's how you gotta move with them. So, you know, I had put her on ice. I had, that ignored her. And then, she came back apologizing for how she acted because, she knew that I was like working at a time and, maybe that would have brought stress on me. You feel me? So, I come back from vacation. We linked on like 2 days before Valentine's Day, which was low key a red flag, right? She trying to get her little quick fix before Valentine's Day, popping out with her boyfriend. So I'm like, okay, she come to my crib, and you know, your boy getting the drawers easy. He gets in the drawers. It's just easy, squeezy, lemon, easy. You feel me? So after after I'm done killing her shits, she tells me, I gotta go. You know, so I'm like, okay, you could go. And then I told her like, text me when you get home, type shit. So I'm like, yeah, text me when you get home. So she texts me when she get home. Everything's good. The next day, I see her post a picture of her boyfriend and a picture of them holding hands, type shit. You feel me? So I'm like, nah, like this is how some of y'all girls really get down. So I'm like, I screenshotted it. I told her, yo, who's this? She said, oh, that's just my best friend. Like, never believe this. A man and a woman could never be only just friends unless he's simping or whatever, but they can never be strictly just friends. That's just how it is. Somebody gonna end up initiating some kind of contact. Now, I caught on to what's going on. So I told her, nah, like that ain't just your friend. I'm like, I ain't like that. You could have just told me that you was talking to someone, right? So I'm like, just being straight up with her. This, that, and the third. Like, I told her like, yo, I don't want to talk to you. If you're moving like that, you should have told me, right? So I'm just in the crib chilling, after I cut her off. She comes back a month later talking about, oh, can I come over? I want to make it up to you. So, you know, just so I could get it again for the one time, blow her back out one more time. I let her come over. And this was the month after, right? So me and her did it, and that was like the last I saw of her, right? That was the last I saw of her. And what it taught me is like you could never take things for face value. It's like you really got to get to know people before you even like think about taking them seriously. Like you never want to be too seriously with them. You feel me? You gotta tread lightly, but at the same time you gotta go after what you want. You feel me? So look, the number one red flag that I noticed about her is like, she was in a relationship and she was just flirty with everybody. You feel me? Like including me. Like that's number one red flag. Like if you dating someone that's flirty, like that's a red flag. You never take her seriously. Use her for like something else. That's like seriously. Like that's a no no. So, you know, in hopes of, trying to bring down my ego, she's like all telling me a whole bunch of nonsense. Like basically, like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but she basically was saying things just to, try to hurt my feelings, just because she was just mad that I'm not the type of guy that she can manipulate. Feel me? So that happened, and then once I saw that slightest moment of disrespect, I dropped her. And it's just like after that we never spoke again. Feel me? Like you gotta understand, you gotta give them one strike. Feel me? So like this is why I tell a lot of y'all that you gotta understand that females gonna do whatever they want. You can't put a leash on them, have them on lockdown, thinking that they not gonna like move how they wanna move. Feel me? Like, yeah, you gotta be masculine and don't let them disrespect you. By the end of the day, she's a girl and she's gonna do what benefits her. You know, the real truth, they don't care about your feelings, and that was the example right there. Okay, if she cared about that guy, she would have stayed loyal to him. She would have not cheated, and she would have told me like, yo, I'm in a relationship. But the thing is, a lot of girls, they want to be in relationships just for fun, just to say that they got someone, but they won't be genuine enough to treat them good. That's what you gotta understand about that situation. Like, eventually I'm happy that the guy, you know, found out, and he was man enough to leave, like, and that made her find another simp. But at the end of the day, she didn't learn her lesson. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, that's just female nature. You gotta understand, you accept it. You just look at it as, okay, it was just my turn, and you move on. You feel me? Like, that's the sad truth. Is the truth. You feel me? So obviously, they were on bad terms at the time when me and her was fooling around. And it's just like, as soon as they get back on good terms, they act like nothing happened. That's like some real psychological thing. How they think. They think it's okay just because y'all was on a break or bad terms, right? And this is where a lot of guys go wrong. Like when they go on a break with a girl and they just so happy, thinking that she worked on herself. She's still the same person. You gotta understand that once someone leaves, there's no coming back. You gotta have that mindset. There's no coming back. Okay, you cannot rekindle old flames. It doesn't work. It doesn't. You gotta understand, things in life doesn't work out because it wasn't supposed to happen that way. That's it. That's how you look at it. That's how you save yourself from heartbreak. You gotta understand that it was not supposed to work out in that way you intended. You were supposed to just hook up, fool around, and that's it. So like what I learned from that, like that really turned me all the way red pill. And it's just like, the signs of someone who has a boyfriend and you could still smash. You feel me? So this is the number one sign. If she's, you know, if you know that she has a boyfriend but she's still being flirty, that's a green light. That's a green light, because anybody who respects their boyfriend, they won't flirt with other guys. You feel me? That's just how it is. A lot of girls, they would tell you like, oh, I got a boyfriend. You know, I can't do that to him. There are good women out here, but you gotta understand, the good women are not flirty with other guys. They may know who's next. They may not cheat, but they also gonna know who's next after you. That's it. That's the type of girl you have to go after. That won't cheat, won't disrespect you. Feel me? So, you know, for her to do that and like act like I won't find out is just beyond me. Cause like I started getting into this red pill stuff ever since I was 14 years old. Like I had my first heartbreak when I was 14 years old, and it's just like everything I learned after that is just you know, it accumulates and made me smarter, know how to move next time. Like certain things you cannot learn in school. You have to go out in the field and take your pain and grow. So, you know, for her to not be honest with me, you know, that made me respect her less. Because, like, you know, she should have told me, like, oh, I got a boyfriend, but we could still fool around. Because, like, at least so I could know my place. But, you know, a lot of blue pill guys, they would have been hurt. They would have been, like, they would have been so mad at themselves, talking about, oh, I was so loyal to this girl, and look what happened. Like, I just looked at that as a joke, and I just moved on. So the moral of the story is, you cannot take things for face value. You have to really get to know this girl you're trying to invest in. Feel me? So that's the moral of the story. You gotta really get to know people. You feel me? Like, when you find a girl that's like only just has nothing to offer but sex, like, you could get that anywhere. Like, you feel me? So like, comment, subscribe, share to your friends, comment down your thoughts. Peace.
Brave now, give me a mad feeling, but the grenade great. With the grab a leaf, send me go a place where gravity no exist.